the done. It's Fergie.
If you ain't got no money, take your broke ass home. You say if you ain't got no money, take your broke ass home.
G-L-A-N-O-R-O-U-S, yeah.
Before the glitz and glamour which Monaco showcases today, it was famous for one landmark, a big giant rock.
I know it's a rock! Don't you think I know a rock when I see a rock? I've spent a lot of time around rocks!
This rock served as shelter for civilizations which were around in 300,000 BC that used this as a fortress for protection. It is believed that many of the people that immigrated to the area of Monaco were the Liguors from the mountainous regions of Genoa, Italy. Soon, more established colonies were in the area of Monaco by the 6th century BC, and this colony was known as Monicos, after the Roman god Hercules, who was said to have created a path from Italy to Spain. Monaco then became a stopping point for the Romans, especially for Julius Caesar.
Yeah!
It eventually fell under Roman control, where it remained there until the fall of the Western Roman Empire in 476 AD. In the late 5th century, the territory fell into new hands as the land was conquered, but soon was recaptured by the Romans during the mid-6th century under the Justinian region. It remained in this condition until it was captured in the 7th century by the Lombards and then passed over to the Franks. This is where Bigfoot leader Charlemagne came into play. By 1191, Henry VI, who was now the Holy Roman Emperor, was granted supreme power over the land. In 1215, construction began on a fortress at the top of the Rock of Monaco.
It's a rock.
And this is the date that the people of Monaco used for the beginning of their modern history. To encourage people to relocate to Monaco, land and tax exemptions were given. By 1633, the Prince of Monaco, Honoré II, was recognised as an independent supreme power from Spain, and then France's king, King Louis XIII, signed a treaty that gave the Grimaldi family the control of the area. This treaty still remains today, with the exception of the interruption during the French Revolution. In 1814, the state was again adjusted and this time was listed as part of the Kingdom of Sardinia. By 1860, a new treaty was signed again, allowing the area to secede from France. 1861 brought another treaty along that saw Monaco shrink in size, with a smaller area still controlled by the powerful Grimaldi dynasty. By 1863, the famous Casino of Monte Carlo was opened by an organisation known as the Sea Bathing Society, with the prince himself being a major shareholder and, of course, the boss man.
Money, 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 must be funny in the rich man's world.
By 1911, the Prince of Monaco was listed as an absolute ruler. However, there was a requirement to establish a constitution. During the World Wars, Monaco attempted to maintain neutrality, but they were invaded by the fascist group of Italy's Mussolini, as well as Germany's Nazi troops. These groups were eventually exiled at the end of the war. Monaco's popularity then skyrocketed in 1956 when the Prince Rainier III married actress Grace Kelly.
I try to be like Grace Kelly.
Star of films such as Rear Window, To Catch a Thief, and James Bond from Russia with Love.
Bond. James Bond.
She was now the Princess of Monaco, but Rainier used his wife's popularity to lure in service companies and foreign-owned banks. By 1962, this brought a revision of the Constitution of Monaco, getting rid of capital punishment. Charles de Gaulle, the French president, was tired of French citizens taking residence in Monaco in order to avoid paying taxes. He then threatened to cut off the money supply from funding. The Prince of Monaco agreed and established a Supreme Court to ensure fundamental liberties, making sure French citizens in Monaco paid income tax to Paris. Not only this, but new laws were introduced making it difficult for any one of the French nationals to transfer a permanent residency to the area of Monaco. As Monaco's popularity was increasing, unfortunately, the royal family was hit with tragedy on September 13, 1982. The Princess of Monaco, Grace Kelly, was driving back to Monaco from her country home when she suffered a stroke. As a result, she lost control of her 1971 Rover P6 3500 and drove off the steep winding road and down a 120-foot cliff. Her daughter Stephanie, who was in the passenger seat, tried to regain control of the car but failed. When paramedics arrived at the accident site, Grace Kelly was alive but unconscious. She and Stephanie were transported to the Monaco hospital. Doctors tried to stop her internal bleeding, but a CAT scan revealed that she had suffered serious brain damage. The following night at 10:55 p.m, she died at the age of 52 after Prince Rainier decided to take her off life support. Stephanie's original diagnosis was mild, with only minor bruising and a light concussion. However, after receiving an X-ray, she was found to have suffered a hairline fracture in her vertebrae. She was unable to attend her mother's funeral because of her injuries. In memory of Grace Kelly, the Monaco Hospital was renamed the Princess Grace Hospital Centre. She will always be known as the much-loved Princess Grace of Monaco. In later years, Monaco became an official member of the United Nations in 1993, with full voting rights. In recent history, Prince Rainier III died on April 6, 2005. His son Albert II then became ruler of Monaco on July 12, 2005. The treaty between France and Monaco was then rediscussed, saying that if there was no Grimaldi heir to take over after Prince Albert II, the land would be turned over to France. However, the people rejoiced in 2014 when Charlene Wittstock, the Princess of Monaco and former South African Olympian, gave birth to twins. This now means that Monaco will remain its own country. With a population of under 40,000 people in the land size smaller than New York City's Central Park, it boasts one of the highly anticipated casinos located in the area of Monte Carlo. The residents here, however, are not allowed to gamble, hence why your passport is required for the casinos. The streets of Monaco turn into a racetrack once a year for the Monaco Grand Prix. The event is a Formula One motor race held each year on the Circuit de Monaco. This event has been happening since 1929 and is widely considered to be one of the most important and prestigious automobile races and has been held in Monaco over 70 times. The streets are closed for the race, however, every resident of Monaco does receive a free ticket. So ladies and gents, enjoy the glitz and glamour of Monaco and order your martinis shaken and not stirred.
Yeah, baby! Yeah.